What we're doing is effectively capturing metering data. So we capture data from energy meters, electricity, gas, water and so on, feed that into our package, our software, eSight, which allows us then to understand within an organisation where energy is being consumed and what the opportunities are for saving energy. There's a number of reasons really why energy is important and should be conserved and saved. You've got increasing fuel prices year on year, although recently they've gone down a little bit, but in the very recent past they're marching up again. And you know, so it's basically a cost saving. You've then got the fact that further legislation is coming. We've got legislation at the moment in terms of the CRC scheme, but different countries around the globe are kind of introducing more and more legislation to help manage energy down and manage carbon emissions. But also customers are looking to become socially aware of emissions and the CO2 that they're emitting, and want to be reducing their both energy consumption and CO2 emissions within the organisation. It can be if you take certain process industries, for example, their spend on energy can be a sort of fairly significant part of their overall input to the business. And importantly, if that is rising year on year through increased prices and carbon taxes and so on, that's becoming an ever increasing component of their spend. Organisations need to find ways to better communicate with staff within the organisation, and that can be done through energy displays. You know, we produce a range of energy displays which allow companies to put information up in reception areas and staff restaurants and so on, to really communicate with the public about both what their goals are in terms of saving energy, but also actually what's been achieved. Yeah, I think it is, and that's probably because we've been looking at energy in this way in the UK for probably 20, 30 years now. So to some extent we've got a bit of a head start on other countries around the globe. So other countries do look to the UK as being somewhat an expert in terms of this field. So therefore there is a general pull of technology from the UK to other countries. But having said that, you know, companies like the States and so on are catching up very quickly. I think, you know, eventually the carbon pricing mechanisms will go down to sort of virtually every size of organisation. And I think, you know, as you look particularly around the globe at different countries, they're each taking different steps towards ever pushing down that need to preserve carbon or reduce carbon emissions. And, you know, that is going to force you know, individual countries to start reducing the limit at which carbon pricing takes effect. So I think, you know, it's inevitable that that will be pushed down to SMEs, you know, over the course of time. You know, I think they really do care, and I think when information and goals and targets can be shared with staff within an organisation, they really do take it on board. I think it does take the organisation to sort of, you know, show staff within a company what they're trying to do, then they take it on board. And it's surprising when you have that communication going on, you know, fitting energy displays around companies and making it visible to them. They very, very much get involved in that.